In this video, I'm going to be doing an honest review of your guys' Shopify dropshipping stores. What's going on, guys? Yash here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is absolutely having a great week and a great day. I hope everyone is absolutely safe and sound and is practicing social distancing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. And in this video, again, like I said, I'm going to be taking 10 stores and doing an audit/review of them. A few days ago on my group, I made a post in terms of who would like to have their Shopify dropshipping stores reviewed on my YouTube channel. So I've compiled 10 stores. Now again, I haven't taken a look at any of these stores. I'm going to be doing an upfront, honest, raw review of all of these 10 stores. And I'm going to be basically giving you my do's and don'ts, my honest feedback, and my thought process as well. So definitely, guys, stay tuned for the whole video. I will also be doing a giveaway at the end, so you do definitely want to stay tuned. Last but not least, guys, please do drop a huge like on this video so the YouTube algorithm can do its thing and reach and help as many people in the e-commerce dropshipping space as possible. And also, guys, be sure to join my free Facebook group, Ecom Masterminds. I will be having a link to that with all my other social media channels in the description below, so you guys can stay connected with myself. So guys, just really quick before we jump into the first store, I'm going to be basically giving each store a ranking out of 5, okay? And this is the store criteria that I personally thought about. So each of these criteria is basically 1 point, okay? The first one is just having a proper logo and a proper branded domain name. The second criteria is, just having proper headers and footers, meaning all the menus and tabs being completed and optimized and spaced out properly. The third will be, having proper product pages, having good descriptions. Fourth will be the responsiveness of the overall store and the color schemes and whatnot, how congruent it basically looks. And last but not least, just the product selection and the type of store it really basically is as a whole, okay? If everything adds up, if it makes sense, again, if it's congruent or not. So you guys can basically see each of these criteria being applied or not applied to every one of the stores I'm going to be going through. And at the end of each store, I'm going to be giving a rank out of 5 to all of these 10 stores. So guys, let's jump straight into it. So again, I want to make this video as raw as possible, guys. The first store is Tippie Case. And again, guys, I have not looked at any of these stores. I want to keep it as raw and as we have Tippie Case, and it looks like they're selling MacBook cases, they're selling iPhone cases, AirPod cases, and stuff like that. Okay, I see there's this little pop-up right here of people purchasing items, which is okay. You don't want too many distractions. You don't want too many pop-ups in general. So let's move myself here, Tippie Case. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of featured products on the homepage. 10% off coupon, enter your email to review. Okay, I definitely like this. I'm a big fan of pop-ups, executing pop-ups the right way. Okay, let me just click out of that. And there's a blog. So blogs are absolutely helpful, and blogs are really good to get that organic traffic to your website and also build that community as well. Blogs are very, very, very helpful and very efficient if you do them the right way. I also see that the Instagram is also connected here as well. In terms of this niche in general, so obviously this is very niche or niche specific, and basically this niche or niche is a little bit harder to really sell and scale unless you have a really high budget, because the nature of these products is very competitive. Laptop cases, AirPod cases, iPhone cases. These you can typically buy at almost any sort of online retail store, usually just any sort of store in general. There's just a lot of competition in this niche in general. So again, I'm not saying that don't sell products in this niches, but it's definitely not the easiest to kind of scale yet alone, gain traction. I like that you guys also have the About Us page as well. One thing I also recommend doing is, like, before the actual title, I actually recommend having this the actual name of the store, which is Tippie Case, and then customized picture. Like let's say you're shopping at Nike, it won't ever say like Air Max 90 shoe or Air Max 90 sneaker. It'll say Nike Air Max 90. So I'm again a big believer of micro branding your store. Making your store look as professional and as succinct and congruent as possible. So that's what I definitely recommend. In terms of all these different drop down menus right here, I would have not like a scattered menu. Instead, I would have a drop down menu, like I said before. That's just a little bit more easier on the eye as well. Description is okay. I say that you have a bunch of reviews, um, customized benefits, how to order your photo. And so that is definitely one thing I would change. I'm not gonna go through the entire funnel and stuff like that, guys, because that would take a lot of time. So basically, I'm gonna be covering the majority of the most important things on each and every store. Free worldwide shipping ends this week. Ends this weekend. Okay, I would say have weekend as one word if I'm not wrong. Again, grammar is very important. I do like the logo. I see that you have different collections. You have a blog and ambassadorship. That's very interesting. Ambassadorship program. Okay, so again, like this is very good, and a lot of bigger brands do this, like having brand ambassadors for them to actually promote their products on social media. So that is again, I think a definitely very good way to increase your social media presence and also to get more customers through your guys' door every single month. That and the blog is absolutely golden on this store. So I would definitely say continue building that. It will definitely separate you from a lot of other dropshipping brands out there. I personally don't like the theme so much. I think you can definitely use a professional paid theme. I recommend paid themes myself because they're more customizable. They are more just responsive and they come preloaded with a lot of apps and widgets that save you a lot of time and money in the long run. So I think having a paid theme can definitely make you stand out a little bit more. I mean, this theme is just very simple, and I think it's just very generic as well. So I think those are some of the things that you can definitely change. In the footer, I would definitely have an FAQs page as well, and I would also have somewhere where people can actually contact you. Yeah, so somewhere that people can actually contact you, like an email or a contact us page. I know you have this little Facebook widget right here, which is definitely good. It's a good way of communication, but I would definitely have a separate page for that. It's great that you have your Instagram and Facebook connected as well. Other than that, I think you can definitely spice this overall store up. Just make it a little bit more cleaner, make it a little bit more congruent in general. I think you should be pretty well off. The other thing I do recommend is making the logo just a little bit bigger. It is a little bit small, so just making it a little bit bigger. So I also like that you have the favicon over there as well. So again, all in all, I like it. I'm just going to go onto one of these collection pages. For example, let's say Samsung. Um, yeah, again, I mean, this theme is just very basic. I've seen this theme over and over and over again, especially being in a niche or niche that's already very hard to get traction with. I think you have to make yourself stand out a little bit more and make it a little bit more personal to people. There's very big brands like OtterBox and just there are tons of numerous accessory brands that are absolutely killing it in the electronics niche. So you would definitely have to make yourself stand out a little bit more. Okay, so logo and domain I like. Header and footer, I guess we can give them a point for that too. Product page and descriptions, I would not really give a point because your menus and stuff like that can definitely be changed in terms of variance. Responsiveness and color scheme, I mean, the color scheme in general, it's fine. It's like a greenish, like a dark turquoise greenish, kind of with white overall. I like to have 2 to 4 color schemes in my store in general. So I'll give a point for that as well. And then product selection in store. I don't think I'm gonna give a point for that because just because of the niche it's really in, and just kind of the overall store how it's structured. So I will definitely give this store, and again this is just my opinion, guys, being in this space for a little over 2.5 years now, a 3. Let's look at the next store. So our next store is the Rugged Beard Company. I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly. First and foremost, I would definitely get this white space a little bit less. You want your store to be optimized for both mobile and desktop. Um, The rugby really looking strong. Okay, this is okay. So maybe I would suggest moving this logo in the middle right here and having the tab right here on the left. There's just a lot of there's a lot of things going on right now. There's a newsletter popping up. There's this little thing right here. There's this little pop up. This pop up. There's a lot of things going on. So I would personally disable this. This is just not needed. This is not needed. In terms of the newsletter, you want to basically structure the newsletter so it's more incentivizing, a little bit more enticing in terms of getting the people's email. You just can't say like newsletter and expect people to give you their email. You have to work a little bit harder. You have to be a little bit more convincing. Like, hey, here's 10% off from us. Enter your email below to stay updated with our exclusive and latest offers, deals, and promotions, something like that. So again, try to minimize the pop-ups in general. In terms of the currency converter, I would just have it automatically change. I use an app called the Best Currency Converter. It's like $10 a month, and it basically auto changes based on the location the potential customer is. So I would just say overall less pop-ups and definitely just restructuring this top part right here to making it look a little bit more cleaner. I like this little banner right here. I think this store is definitely private or white labeling their products. So definitely not the most traditional way of drop shipping, which is definitely good. You definitely have an advantage already. I like these little categories right here. This definitely seems like the same theme like the other store was in. So featured in is definitely good to gain some more trust and gain some more confidence. I like the footer. It's very, very detail orientated. This is really, really good. So definitely a point for that. I see that your Instagram is connected, so that's good. I think if you honestly have a better theme, I think you can do much more with this. I mean, I like how you have a it's just very personalized, right? About us, our story, the team. You have a blog, which is again very great for SEO purposes. I would just personally move shop after home, and then I would have um, stockists. Then I would have company, blog, and contact us. That's the order I would have it in. You want shop to be right after home because that is the most important at the end of the day. So again, I like the concept of the store overall. I think it's very unique. There's a very personal touch to it, right? At the end of the day, any brand is a community, right? So that's what you should be really aiming for. Um, Mustache and beard wax. So let's just go to that. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the currency converter, like this is still in pounds if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, you should definitely have a currency converter that basically auto changes. You don't want the hassle of people changing their or changing it manually, right? I see that you have two different sizes. And the pictures definitely change with the sizes, so that is great. What a lot of people don't have is like they can have a ton of variants, but the same picture will stay here. You don't want that to happen. You want the pictures to change with the variants. Nice little add to cart button. It's very minimal, but I can see why because that really goes with the vibe of the entire store. How to use ingredients, very good trust badges. I would definitely have some more reviews. So your product page needs some definitely upgrading. Definitely a little bit more upgrading. I like how you have a little blurb about you guys and what this product really does and the use of it and the ingredients. I like the transparency. But again, I would definitely have some reviews and kind of change up the currency and whatnot. That can definitely prevent from people adding to cart because you don't want people to be confused if they're in other countries. Now, if you're just selling to the United Kingdom, then that's a different story, by the way. So in that case, yes. But if you're planning to open this worldwide or globally, which I don't see why you wouldn't, then you want to definitely have that currency converter change automatically. So overall, it's not bad. I think you can definitely do something better with a paid theme or just with a different theme in general that just offers a little bit more customizing in general. So that's what I would do. But overall, I really, really like the concept of it. I mean, there's a ton of things that you can do with a brand like this. I think just making it a little bit more vivid, making it a little bit more bold. I see that you mostly have just white, and black here, which is good. It's very minimal, but I think you can add a little bit more color and a little bit more liveliness to the entire store in general. So Logo and domain name, I like. I'll give a point for that. Header and footer, yes. There's just a little few changes to be made. Product page and descriptions, yes. Responsiveness and color scheme, I would not give a point. And product selection and store in general, yes, because it's very unique. It's white labeled or private label, and it's not that traditional route of dropshipping. So, um, this store in general, I would definitely give it a 4. Our next store is, and again, guys, I'm going through 10 stores because I want you to see the different kinds of stores that are being presented your way. Like, not every store is going to be the same. There's going to be always different variations and different kind of feedback points, right, for each different store. So I think, this is definitely a good thing for you guys, especially those of you guys that are just starting out. The store name is Exilis Customs. I think just the logo is too big. I think like my first thought is like this doesn't seem like the the name of the store. It just seems like it's part of the banner and it's like an important announcement or something. Um, excuse me. So I think you should definitely make it a little bit more apparent that this is the actual logo. Personalized paint by numbers. So okay. In terms of footer, there's no really customer care menu or anything like that. I mean, you have privacy refund in terms of services or terms of service. I would definitely have like a FAQ page, contact page, a shipping policy page, and the menu is not really that made as well. It just says home and catalog. So again, I'm not really too curious as to what you guys are selling, but okay. So this seems like a very general store. It seems by the homepage that it is a painting based store or a art or a arts and crafts store. Again, guys, your store has to be very apparent in terms of what you're actually selling. There's going to be people that are going to be going to your homepage even though you're driving traffic to the product page or the collection page. So you have to make it very apparent as to what your store is selling. In this case, like you're selling gym products, you're selling like a painting or a personalized paint kit or something like that. So I don't know really what's going on here. But in general, I would definitely suggest to pick a niche or a niche and stick with that and make everything very congruent, meaning the homepage embodies your niche, the product page embodies your niche. I don't know why someone would submit a photo if they're buying resistant bands. So that's the other thing that you kind of have to change. There's no reviews. Again, like you're just going straight to bullet points. It's very hard to read. I would make this black. Um, no reviews, resistant exercise, loop bands, um, just in general. And when it also comes to pricing, I would just personally have it 9.95. I don't like to have it like 11.95 or 12.95 because people will basically round up to the next value. Like if someone's 13.95 selling something at 13.95, you might as well have it at 14.95 because if you ask someone like, hey, how much was that, by the way? People will probably relate that price to $15, right? Not like 13.95. So you might as well just sell it at 14.95 or 14.97 or 14.99. That 95, 97, 99 is always good. I like the 7. I think it just works very well in sales and converting in general. But that's just a very, very quick pricing tip in general to kind of keep in mind. So again, like overall, I mean, you have good pictures and whatnot. I would personally like make this the main page or like the main picture, but again, like nothing's really making sense. Nothing is adding up as to like what this store sells. Like it seems like you wanted to make this store like a photo or arts and crafts store or like a custom photo store, but like you're just adding a bunch of products. So all in all, I think you just have to take a step back and first figure out what you really want to sell, and then kind of go from there on. I think this theme in general is fine, but it just really really doesn't add up as to what you're really selling on your product pages and also your home page as well. So for this store in general, logo and domain, I wouldn't really give a point. Header and footer, I wouldn't really give a point. Um, Product page and descriptions, I wouldn't really give a point. Responsiveness and color schemes, I guess the color schemes are okay. It's not like 10 or 15 different colors. So I would give a point for that. And then product selection store, really not at all, because again, your potential customer really wouldn't know what kind of store this is, let alone what you're really selling. So it's not really persuasive enough. It's not branded enough. It doesn't look professional. It looks very amateur in general. So I would personally give this store a 1. Um, and again, guys, I'm not bashing these stores. I'm just being as honest and as open as possible. It may sound to you that I'm a little bit brutal, but I like to be as honest as possible. Okay. Um, so qualitative. Okay, interesting cover picture. I think this is Jeffree Star. He's like a YouTuber. So again, like with these general store guys, like, and this logo isn't custom made. You can get this logo done online on a free website. And some people may pick that up even if they're not into e-commerce or graphic design. So get a custom logo done. It costs $5 or $10 on Fiverr or Upwork. This is just very generic. I've seen this like so many times. It's like a random logo generator. And this is the debut theme. I don't like the debut theme. This is very outplayed, very generic. It's on almost every other dropshipping store. Again, this is a general store, and I like how you have like blogs and stuff like that, but in terms of the store, stay away from general stores, guys. And this is my strategy. I always say that dropshipping is a business model. A model never dies. It's been around for years and always will be around for years. But as the consumer market changes, as these social media platforms evolve, we as business owners, we as e-commerce business owners, also have to adapt and pivot and change to that. So what used to work before may not work anymore. If it still does, it works a little bit differently now. So general stores just have no traction. You're selling a bunch of random products. The consumer market's just getting very attained of these generic drop shipping stores that are general stores. Okay, I think it just takes a lot of traction and time for it to really kind of build up. And if you want to build into something long term and sustainable, then general stores is really not the way to go. Because you want revisiting customers, lifetime and quality customers. You want to build a community. You want to build a niche or niche specific brand. So I would say go the general niche or niche route or the one product store route in general. So that's why I just completely am away for general store. Some of you may have the misconception like, oh, with the general store you can test a bunch of products. That's a fallacy. That's really not a truth. Even with niche stores, you can test a bunch of products within that niche. Think or go with the evergreen niche like fitness, wellness, home improvement, beauty, makeup, kitchenware. These are niches that have thousands and thousands of products you guys can actually test if you really know your product research and validation. So that's definitely not an excuse. I think that's just a beginner's mindset or a beginner's fear, which I was there 2.5 years ago at one point as well. So that's just my overall take on general stores in case if we do come across more general stores, which I'm not doubting that we won't. Um, in terms of the in terms of the footer, I think it's okay. You guys have like all the essential tabs. There's two forms of messaging right here. You only really need one. You don't need like Messenger and this little email right here. Again, these product titles are just horrific. They're like AliExpress products. Again, I don't know what you're selling at all. There's just like a bunch of other things, like you're selling kitchen related products, you're selling beauty and health products. Um, so again, like best multifunctional onion, fruit, vegetable chopper, and meat grinder, that's not going to sell. You have to be very clear in terms of what you're selling. Um, the product page is okay, I think. It's actually not too bad. You're having good features and benefits and good pictures and whatnot. There's no reviews. And again, like as soon as someone sees this when they're on your product page, as soon as someone sees this, it's just gonna draw people away because these titles are absolutely horrific. Like they just do not make sense. And you're selling like a kitchenware product, then you're selling a teeth whitening product, like a baby product, and like a health and wellness product. So it will just throw people off in general. Um, well, the description isn't really too bad. I would say it's very succinct, yet detail orientated, good pictures and stuff like that. But I would definitely just work on the title, and first and foremost, figure out what you're really selling. Okay, that's what you need to really, really figure out what you're really selling on this store. So logo and domain. What's domain qualitative? I would not give the logo and domain a point. You can definitely come up with a better name. Header and footer. I know the footer. Okay, I guess the header isn't too bad. I would just move the products right here. When it says like when you have shop or our products or catalog, you want it to be like the second basically tab, and you don't want to have another search tab. You don't want to be repetitive. You already have a search tab right here. So I would actually um, personally not give it a point. I take that back. Product page and descriptions, no. Responsiveness and color schemes, I don't think it's too bad. Like there's not a whole bunch of array of colors. It's pretty fast. It's pretty smooth in terms of scrolling and stuff like that. So I will give that a point as well. And the product selection and store, absolutely no points because it is a general store. And even if you don't agree with me and you're gonna make it a general store, at least put in the effort of making everything congruent and not making it look like a general store. And that's if you disagree with me with the whole general store staying away from it topic. So I would give this store a 1. The next one we have in style pieces, and I can already tell this is some sort of yoga gym. Okay, so logo, I think the logo is okay. This neon text right here is very hard on my eyes. Like I'm literally kind of like straining. It's kind of straining my eyes right now. Again, like skincare, makeup, jewelry, wellness. This is just a whole bunch of things. I'm not bashing this specific person. Again, these titles are just like all over the place. And I have no idea what you're selling. This is a general store at the end of the day. Like the color schemes are all over the place too. We have white, we have like pink, neon purple, green. I don't know. It's just all over the place in general, I think. Again, not really too clear as to what you're selling. The domain and the logo, I think is fine. You can definitely sell like jewelry or like makeup or beauty relating to domain in a logo like this. The style or in style always, you can relate to something like that. But like you have wellness and just a whole bunch of things going on here. This gives me stress. This gives me anxiety, guys. Because I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to know that this is not how you should be drop shipping nowadays. Again, like you have these stock HD pictures. This picture doesn't even have color. Like this is a complete different logo from AliExpress. Professional long-lasting makeup set, 12 to 20 pieces, ships from Russian Federation. Definitely do not have this variant, guys. You will see like from AliExpress if you sync it in, you'll see like United States, Russian Federation, and China. Definitely do not have that. Your customers don't need to know. You can put in like your shipping and like stuff like that, or if they ask you, but very spammy trust badge. Descriptions just not congruent. It's not succinct. Just different text. Make sure your text is all the same. It doesn't have a bunch of other colors and different fonts. 136 reviews, but that doesn't really help when you have a store like this, when you have a landing page like this. Again, I think it's very spammy, and this literally screams in my face drop shipping. So, logo and domain, I think it's fine. Again, you can definitely pivot to this store and really select or focus on a certain niche. So I will give that a 1. Header and footer, definitely no, because like you have shop here, and then you have like a bunch of other product categories. So yeah, I wouldn't actually. You know what? It's not too bad because of the footer. I'll give you credit for that. The footer is somewhat. At least you have all the necessary tabs in the footer. So I'll give you a point for that. Product page and descriptions, absolutely no. Things are just all over the place. You're using like different font, spammy trust badges, like stock pictures. Your variants are all over the place. So no. Responsiveness and color scheme, like the color schemes are just all over the place. There's no source of congruency. And product selection and store, I would definitely not give it a point to because it is a general store. And again, if you're going against me, at least try to make it not spammy. Okay, so I would personally also give this store a 1, guys. Let's go to the next one, Royalty Express Club. How many have we covered? We covered 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're almost halfway done, guys. So let's go to the next store. It is called RoyaltyExpressHub.com. Definitely like this theme so far. I like this theme. This is a professional paid theme. I like this logo. I think it's very tough. It looks very cool. The theme is fine. It's a nice theme. This is I can tell This is a professional paid theme. No. Wait, what are we selling here? Well, so it seems like, see, like from the logo, it seems like I don't know what this store is going to be about. And then I see like a little dog image right here. It's like, oh, it's probably going to be a pet store. Again, there's multiple banners of pets. Then it says like dog related shirts and hoodies. Um, oh, okay. So shoes. The shoes are dog related. I apologize. I thought you were just selling any random shoes. I see that there's like little dogs on these shoes. Okay, I apologize. So again, we're staying in our niche. We're staying in our niche. That is good. Um, I would disable this. I would have it not pop up automatically. Someone has to actually click on it. Okay. Um, phones, phone cases, shoes, bags, mugs, shoes for like pets and stuff like that. Different canvases. Okay, so this is good. You are selling this for very expensive, so I hope those can sell. This is good. This is good that you're at least staying in your niche. I like the logo. I like the domain. I think the domain can be a little bit different because it's not really too clear as to what your store may be of, but I think it's okay. The menu and the customer care and the help menu, all of that is good. I think you have the actual the actual menu right here. I just don't like this double menu. I just don't like this double menu. Have everything. This would all fit into customer care in your actual footer. So have all of that over there. I don't know how it looks in like mobile, but I can see like you already have the tabs here, so you don't want that to repeat. Um, so shop now is good. Our mission and how it works. Again, help. I would just keep it in the footer menu. Um, so in general, I mean, I think the homepage is okay. Um, Definitely pretty decent. I think you can definitely add like it is a little bit slow. I'm not gonna lie. So you can definitely have like a little bit of less featured products. You don't want just a ton of products. Your homepage is just really to show like what your website is about. You just have rows and rows and rows of products. I think that's just really repetitive. Um, wait, I apologize. We're actually not on the home page. Let me see the home page. We're on the collection page. I apologize, guys. Um, okay. So you have a featured product and like a newsletter thing right here. I would definitely have a pop up. Definitely enable a pop up. Again, I think the home page is fine. I would definitely just add, or I would try to make this centerized right here. This little thing right here, I would make it centerized so this is not blank. Or I would add another category. But overall, I think it's okay. I personally don't like to have moving banners. I only like to have one banner. But top rated products, shirt, hoodies. What else do we got here? Resume. Okay. So that's fine. Let's go to our mission. Our mission, it talks about present prints, Florida. So I like this, guys. Like your about us page is really your job as a store, as a brand to look personal, to really resonate with your potential customer. Talk about how you got started, why you got started, where you got started, when you got started, all of the above. So I think this is very personal. It really story tells. Again, storytelling is very powerful. Like the potential customer of this store is pet owners. So you want them to really feel welcome. You want them to really feel warm at heart. Um, let's just go to one collection page. Let's just go to, for example, hoodies. By the way, I would definitely try to have pictures of people wearing these stuff. So, few details, full details we want. This is just a pop up, I believe. So, puppies make me happy unisex hoodie. This is good. I would also add the name of the store beforehand. It's okay that it's not on sale. Not all of your items have to be on sale. Also, depending on what you're pushing out right now, it could be one product or a collection. Um, Sizes look good. I like it. Like you have a lot of sizes. Add to cart looks good. Produced in U.S. Track delivery worldwide. Portion of profits donated. So this is really good. I think you can make this more apparent on the homepage that a certain percentage of your monthly proceeds go to a certain animal or dog charity, for example. I think people will like that. It's a good incentive for people to actually give you their money in exchange for the actual product. So that's good. I would definitely make it more apparent on the homepage. That's something you can definitely kind of leverage in your ad copy as well. Um, Product page in general is okay. I would disable these social media sharing buttons. Almost no one really shares them. They're pretty pointless. I like how that you have related items. Very good. I would just personally have reviews. Overall, I like the sizing part. Be careful of your spacing. Be careful of your spacing. Again, congruency is very, very important. Everything else is fine. This store is not too bad. I think it just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. And there's again there's not really too many improvements. Welcome to Royalty Express Hub. So on the top over here, you can definitely have some sort of urgency and scarcity, or like an announcement or something like that. Free global shipping, exclusive this week, 25% off on all orders. Just something that will catch people's attention. You can definitely utilize this space a little bit more better. So I like to always use that top little banner right there for some sort of urgency and scarcity. So logo and domain, I will give a point. Header and footer, I will give a point. Product page and descriptions, I think they're okay. Definitely, by the way, add your favicon. Favicon is like this little logo right here for those desktop users. Responsiveness is okay. And then product selection and store, I think overall, I think it's okay too. So yes, it is not perfect, but it has all the essential points and all the essential components needed. It just needs to be tidied up a little bit more and just have added a little bit more spice to the store in general. So I will definitely give the store a 5, but again, would definitely again fill in all these missing leaks like the favicon and like the title. Adding how you have the portions of the profits donated and stuff like that. So just filling in the missing leaks, making sure that your description is a little bit more congruent, all the spacing and stuff like that. So those are all the small things that you can definitely change up. So therefore, I do want to give this store a 5. Let's go to womannetshop.com. This is our fourth to last store. It looks like from the domain that they're selling like women's accessories and stuff like that, women's apparel. So okay, spring sale. Okay. So you're selling all women's related products, but it just seems like this looks very spammy to you. I would have this in the middle. Um, it just looks like you're selling like a bunch of random women products like lingerie, shapewear, bags, and purses. Please do not go sell bags and purses. There is a influx of competitors when it comes to this, both retail and online. Please do not dropship them unless you're like, excuse me, legitimately making a brand like Rugged Beard Company. I know like they're in like the men's grooming sort of niche and stuff like that, and that is a little bit more competitive too. But they're actually putting in the effort to making and manufacturing their own products and labels and custom packaging and stuff like that. So in general, I mean, I don't know. This just seems like random woman products like hair accessories, corsets, hats and cabs, bags and wallets, um, intimates, which is important, are interesting. I'm not going to click on that. But in general, I mean, I would have this a little bit more like niche down. Like a very good woman's niche is like shapewear. Shapewear is doing very, very well, and there's constantly always new shapewear coming out. Like I know some people say it's a little bit saturated. It is, but if you have a different approach to it, and if you like focus on other shapewear which are not a lot of other stores are selling, you can definitely do that. So I think like niching down a little bit more, like maybe jewelry, but definitely not like hats and caps and like bags and stuff like that. Again, like I don't know. I think there's just too much competitiveness. Like stuff like this won't sell. Like why would someone buy from your store where they can when they can just go to Marshalls, which is something more trustworthy, right? Let alone like designer bags like Michael Kors and like Louis Vuitton, like even just going to Macy's and Kohl's and stuff like that. So why would someone buy from this, right? Again, like do not have this variant like where you're shipping from. Buyer protection, which is okay. Product details. So it just kind of gives like a bullet point of like the details. It doesn't really talk about the features and benefits so much. Um, okay, these shipping, these are looking okay, I guess, if you are actively running ads right now. And then the reviews are okay as well, I guess. But in general, I mean, I would just niche down a little bit more. Like, there's so much more where you can do. There's just so much more you can actually do with a store like this. I would just niche down and not think so broad. Like, you don't have to sell everything woman related in general. Like, not every accessory, not every apparel and stuff like that. So, I would just do that, and I would just make the store a little bit more neater. I mean, I would honestly suggest a different theme. This theme is just not too user friendly, and it just looks very spammy in general. So I don't personally like that. Um, the footer seems okay, and then the menu seems okay too. In terms of how it's structured, it's just kind of like what you're selling. So I would definitely fix that. Like, this store is not going to really do too well. Um, Countdown timers I don't really use unless there's like big massive e-commerce days. It's just very overplayed. Um, so in terms of logo and domain, I would give a point. Header and footer, I would give a point. Product page and descriptions, no. Responsiveness and color schemes, I think it's okay, so I'll give a point for that. And then product page or product selection and store in general, I would not give a point just so it's not really clear as to what this store is really selling. So I think you can definitely niche down a little bit more and also kind of change your theme as well. I think I've seen this theme over and over again on so many stores in general. So I would definitely change that. Epic epicandfit.com. So this is the booster theme. Booster theme is one of my favorite themes. Absolutely love it. Seems like it's a fitness theme. I like the little urgency right here. Free shipping on all orders. Phone number, email. I like how you have the domain of the actual store in terms of the at. It's not at gmail.com. That really does make you stand out, look a little bit more professional, a little bit more authoritative. Logo is very nice and it's very simplistic. Home products. Products, I would definitely have a drop down menu, have different categories of products. One thing I would also add over here is an About Us page. Talk about your brand, who, what, when, where, how, why, all of the above, like I was talking about on the other um, product page. Look and feel your best. Find what the buzz is about our products. Okay, Epic is going to be providing them at 6 and you're convenient. So this talks a little bit about the store, which is good. Have some bestsellers, have some collections. Testimonials, you definitely want pictures. I know the booster theme allows having up to 9 testimonials, so I would really utilize the theme to its full potential. Add 2 more rows of reviews, so have 9 reviews in general, and I would also just have some stock photos as well, so the reviews come to life and they look a little bit more trustworthy. This I would also title customer care. I would also remove get this designed by booster theme removed. You can change that in the footer or in the liquid code of the actual store. And again, I think just having your product name before each title will definitely help. Epic and Fit Ultimate Massage Gun, that will definitely help. Um, and again, definitely have a drop down. You don't want your product tab to go like to all of your products in general. And I would personally add more products. If this seems like a niche or niche store, so if you have like home improvement or not home improvement, like home products, tights, I don't know, I don't know, just different categories in general. I like to have 5 to 10 products within each category. That just basically makes it more believable. It also kind of ensures a little bit more social proof as well. So having like 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 products on your entire store is definitely not something worthwhile. Like any sort of niche store, like if you go shop at Sephora, they're gonna have hundreds of products, right? They're not gonna have only 5 products because it's a makeup niche store. So I'm not telling you have hundreds of products, but definitely have like 5 to 10 products in each different category. So definitely categorize that as well. Um, so let's go to one of the product pages. Abdominal double wheel Trainer. Okay, I like how you have this shaky bite now. I like how you have this quantity breaker to increase that AOV. I like the description. Um, I would just watch the spacing right here. You don't want to make it too tough on the eyes. Don't get this orange involved. Again, keep it like within your color schemes. It just throws people off. Just be careful of your spacing. I think your spacing is something that you need to really be aware about. I know I'm being very detail oriented and very minuscule, but these are the things that really matter. Do not use this. This is very dropshippy. I used to use this like a year and a half ago, and I think a lot of consumers have already seen this if they have been targeted with an ad and clicked on the actual website. So again, this is just very spammy. Um, this is just very spammy as well. Do not use this trust badge right here. I think it's just very spammy. It's like this is like 7 trust badges into one. Reviews are okay too, and you have like really related products down here, which is fine. So overall, I think like you don't have to have these many pictures in the descriptions. I like to usually have like 2 to 4 pictures in my description in general. I don't like to like suffocate my description and make it too complicated. Um, so that's what I would basically personally do with the description. But overall, I think it's not bad. I think it's good that you have the niche down. It's just kind of cleaning it up a little bit more and adding more products to it, and making sure all of your product pages are congruent with everything else as well. So logo and domain name, we can definitely give a point to that. Um, Header and footer, I would say yes. It just needs a little bit more additions. So yes, product page and descriptions. I would say they can definitely be cleaned up just because of the description. So we won't give a point for that. Responsiveness and color schemes, I think it's okay. Just don't add like random colors like orange in the description like we saw before. Um, so I think you can definitely give a point for that. And then product selection and store in general is okay. Fitness, wellness, self improvement, sort of that niche. So we can definitely give this store in general a 4, I would say. Our next and second to last store is dealshop.com. So I can already tell this is going to be a general store. These domain names are very outplayed and overplayed, like one deal at a time or best gadgets or techiegadgets.com. Like definitely stay away from those kind of domain names. They're just very ordinary. They're not very unique, and I think they're just very outplayed in general. So it seems like from the homepage that we're selling furniture. But like I said, it is a general store. I don't like this theme. The footer is okay, I guess. I like to have this labeled customer care, as I've mentioned on the stores before. Um, Recently viewed products. I don't know what the purpose of that is too much. It's just not really too clear to the consumer as to what's going on. I mean, you're selling like electronics, you're selling like waste bins, Apple Watch bands, then you're selling like coupley relationship accessories, and then you're selling like kitchen products. So like home and garden, oh my god, beauty, baby, watch, kitchen, automobiles, camera. So you're basically selling everything. You're basically selling every niche that there exists in e-commerce. Um, I'm just kidding, but I mean, this definitely again has to be switched up. Like, do not go this route, guys. Like, this has no traction. This doesn't it doesn't speak to the customer as to like what's going on, like what is going on, like shop time, deal shop. Again, like the consumer market is just getting so attained of these generic domain names, and this logo is not really too well either. Like it's like a percentage off tag and shop time. So there's just not so much thought being put into that. Description is not really there. Um, I mean, yeah, there's just pictures in the description. More information, okay, no reviews. So again, in general, I mean, and again, relatable products like they're buying a heart necklace and then you're selling like perfume bottles, a hair straightener, and an eyebrow pen. And also, do not have everything on sale on your entire store. That's almost never true when you're also like surfing any e-commerce site. You never have everything on sale in general. You only want like a third of your items on sale, even though it's like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That's just not believable, and it just looks very spammy in general. So logo and domain name, I would not give anything. I would give no points. Header and footer. Um, Header and footer, I guess it's okay because you have like shop and that little drop down order tracking, and you have somewhat of your footer, like you have all the categories there, or all the tabs there. So I'll give you a point for that. Product page and descriptions, absolutely no, does not make sense. No description whatsoever. Responsiveness and color scheme. This store is a little bit laggy. It is a little bit slow. Color scheme. Let's look at the homepage one more time, just as a first impression. Color scheme, I mean, it's just very slow. I mean, this just takes so much time to load. So I would say no. And then product selection and store, I would say no too. There's just a whole bunch of things going on. You have like 12 different categories. So again, this store, I would definitely give this store a 1. And last but not least is the last store, and it is Viv's, wow, Vivspethouse.com. Okay. Logo, by the way, make your logo transparent. I'm not going to take points off. I'm sounding like a teacher, but price is good. Nice little menu right here at Viv's. This is good. Put us in a realm above and beyond our competitors. That's good. Okay, so whoa. Do not use emojis in your title, guys. That's very unprofessional. So this is not a pet store. The theme is okay. I've seen this theme. I forgot the name, but also do not have your currency converter pop up like this, and because you also have this little pop up coming right here too of people buying, so it just makes it very cluttered for those mobile users. So again, you're saying that it's a pet store, but then you're selling kitchen related items right here. So it just does not make any sense in general. Like shop the latest deals, but like I'm assuming it's just gonna go to like everything in general. Yeah, so you're selling furniture movers, by the way, previously winning product, like a fish scale scraper, the telescope, stainless steel, whatever that it really is, portable pet tent, automatic mixer stir, award winning. Yeah, so again, if it says Viv's Pet House, this will throw people off so much. Like, why are you selling other things? Especially if you are like running ads to other products besides pet products, like besides this, which is the only pet product you have. Again, if you're going to go into a niche or niche pet store, that is fine, but have other filler products that are relatable to pets, cats, dogs, hampers, subcategories. Shop, then you can have dogs, in house, in garden, or out the house, cats, toys, tools, treats. Like you can have sub menus. Like you can basically have drop down menus and also have sub menus. So definitely have more products that are relating to the actual niche in general. This will just throw people off. Like you have to make the effort. Like if you're testing a pet product and it doesn't work, you can't just stay to yourself like, oh, let me add a bunch of like one more product to the store, another product to the store, which are in completely different niches and expect it to sell, because that's just really not how it works. You have to put in the effort to make a new store or keep testing in the pet related niche. There's tons of winning pet products out there. It is a little bit of a saturated niche, but it's still very possible because it is an evergreen niche, and there's people buying new pets every single day, every single minute probably. So you have to put in the effort. If one product doesn't work, and if you want to go outside of that niche, in this case of the pet niche, like I think what happened here was like this person probably started testing this, that didn't work, and then they just started testing a whole bunch of products and kept this domain in the store. That's not how it works. Dropshipping is a real business. You got to treat it like a real business for you to actually succeed. So keep in mind. right? That's how you have to approach it. So logo and domain, I think it's okay. I like this little feature right here, how it says "We miss you" when it's not on the actual tab. That's very neat. I haven't seen that. So logo and domain, I would say yes. Header and footer, again, I would say it's okay. You have most of the components. You have your social medias there and stuff like that. Product page and descriptions, not really. I personally am not too big of a fan of like these descriptions, especially with like all these emojis and like the spacing and like the actual title. Like it has emojis and stuff like that. So no, responsiveness and color scheme. Um, Color scheme and responsiveness. I want to give it a point, but I really don't because it is. I don't know. It's just very glitchy and like the responsiveness is also like how well everything fits in together. Like you have this little currency converter, then you have this, then you have this constantly popping up, and like there's just a lot of things going on. So I'm not gonna give a point for that. And product selection in store, absolutely no, because it seems like a pet store when it's very obviously not a pet store. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this story 2. So there you have it, guys. 10 stores, all very different, all very unique to its strengths and weaknesses and its qualities, its individual qualities. So I hope you have somewhat of an idea of how to really structure your store and the do's and don'ts and whatnot. Last but not least, I definitely want to get to the giveaway. So the giveaway is a one-on-one growth call with myself. These calls are held through Skype or Zoom, so that way we can screen share. I can see your screen, you can see my screen. I can really deliver the most clarity to you. So whether you want your store being audited in detail, meaning like really, really in detail, if you want to run across any thoughts, any questions, any concerns to me personally with all things e-commerce, all things drop shipping, those are kind of the reasons you can really utilize a one-on-one call. It's for you and I to really go back and forth, and to me to really kind of dive deeper and assess where your hindrances and roadblocks are. You know, whether you're just getting started out and you want your store audited before you started running ads. I mean, I hope not all of these stores are running ads right now. I really, really hope not all of them are running ads because you're just wasting ad spend in that case. But anyway, you can really, really, really discuss anything like that you would really like on this one-on-one call. So I will be picking one winner at the end of the month, most likely. So to do that, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you drop a like on this video. And last but not least, comment below with your Instagram handle and also comment as to how you would utilize a one-on-one call and why it would be beneficial to you. Maybe include some of your goals or some of your e-commerce visions. It can be really anything, just like a little how, have like a sentence or 2 sentences, and also drop your Instagram handle so I can also DM you. So again, be subscribed, like the video, and also make sure you drop your Instagram handle and a reason as to why you want to win the consulting call, or basically what you do with it, how it would basically benefit you and your business. So with that being said, guys, if you have any questions, any thoughts, any concerns, please do make sure you drop them in the comments below. I really hope this helped. I wanted to keep it as raw and as honest as possible. Again, no hard feelings. I want it to be as brutally honest so you guys, the audience, can really see what to expect and how to structure your store. Your store is essentially the main foundation, the main base, and it really represents your entire business. So please, guys, put in the proper work, time, and energy into your store before you go ahead and market and run ads to it. So with that being said, guys, once again, thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.